Hello everybody, my name is Invicta and welcome back to Megabonk here on the channel. Today we're going to be playing as Clank, which is my second favorite character in the game, and he's got a fun kit. His base weapon is going to be the revolver, which is basically just a 6-shooter, which you can upgrade and have projectile bounces, which essentially turn into a sort of a pseudo AoE weapon. And then his passive is Crit Happens, gain 1% crit chance per level. And he's a lot of fun. I also have this neat little, it's like Dark Clank or something. Yeah, Dark Clank. I don't remember how I got that, but it's just a cool skin. So, and he's also got like a really cool aesthetic to him. Cad Bane is my favorite Star Wars character, and he kind of reminds me of Cad a little bit. So, you know, he's a fun character, but I will say that he is very fragile. You do need to make sure that you have survivability on him. He's basically kind of, you can play him in two ways. You can play him not tanky, but you can play him in sort of like a more evasion-y, armory, HP regen-y type deal, or you can just play him as pure glass cannon. I like to go for damage because damage is king in this game. If you can kill things faster than they can spawn, then you're going to be fine. But it's very easy to get overwhelmed and swarmed by the game. Projectile count here. We also have the rockets. I'm going to go for the rockets because I think it's a weapon that some of you may not have seen yet. The rockets can be okay if you have the attack speed and the projectile speed and the size as well. They can do a pretty good amount of AoE damage. They also complement Clank as well, having a secondary weapon effect that can kind of fire in between your shots. Base damage upgrade here for the revolver is always good. And we got the mirror, which is going to reflect damage towards the attacker if we do end up taking damage, which is probably going to happen during the swarm phase, unless we get some projectile bounces. But as we're getting going here, I just want to say thank you very much for the support on the Megabonk series. It's doing very, very well, especially for a non-Isaac series, and it's been awesome to see. I can't thank you all enough for all the support and just loving Megabonk. A lot of people have been leaving comments saying that they bought the game because of my video. And that's great. You know, all the big streamers are playing it right now. It's taking off on YouTube. It's taking off on Twitter and all kinds of stuff. So it's cool to see a roguelike get, I don't want to say mainstream because that sounds a little hokey, but it's cool to see it get this much attention with it being a brand new IP, new developer, new everything. It's really awesome to see the evolution of Megabonk, and I'm excited to see what the future has for it. Gonna go extra jumps here. Having an extra jump for Clank is very, very important. Because he's so slow from the base level, the base movement speed level, he can get, that's a big upgrade here for the revolver. Because he's so slow, he can get overwhelmed in a hurry, and things like to walk underneath him when you jump. So having an extra jump sort of avoids that. Not totally, but it at least will get you out of sticky situations. Get the credit card here. Increase luck by 2% when opening up a chest. Get this level up skeleton here. There we go. Projectile bounces. There we go. So now you're gonna see the shots from the revolver kind of ricochet off of things, and that is one of the most crucial upgrades you can get for Clank, other than base damage, of course, is the ability to hit multiple targets with the same shot. So we just upgraded it to 2 now, and that's great. That's beautiful. I've had runs where the game just flat out doesn't give me any projectile bounce upgrades for the first stage, and those runs end in quite a hurry. Damage, luck. I'm gonna go for luck here. Luck is pretty important in the game as I've been playing more and more often. It helps you out with the proc rates. It helps you out with like the appearance of skeletons, with everything. Luck is just globally good. Coward's Cloak is going to give us a base movement speed upgrade of 5%, and if we take damage, it's going to make us run even further and faster, which is always good. If we do happen to take damage, it's good to, like, for example, something running underneath us, we're able to get away from them in a hurry. Just reflected that. There's a nuke here. I might save that for, let's see, that's towards the south, yeah. Base damage upgrade here. Haven't seen any good tomes yet. So when the swarm hits at 6 minutes, we need to go back to the south and head for that nuke. And here comes the boss, the Scorpion. Least favorite boss in the game. It's very hard to dodge that attack when it overlaps all the red zones, and that attack is just super cheap. The hit radius on that attack is not where it looks like, I promise you. There we go. Get the boss chest. Nice. Get boss buster. 15% more damage to elites and bosses. Can help out our killing speed. Oh no, I didn't know there was a level up skeleton. No. Get him, get him, get him. Get him. Clank. Oh. Would have been nice here. Nice, we get a magnet. So let's go back towards the south and get ready for the swarm, which is going to be in 20 seconds. So we finally do get the projectile, the quantity tome, and we're also going to go for the bloody tome, which gives us lifesteal. Lifesteal is pretty important on all characters, especially for Clank. If you get hit, you want to get back up in a hurry. So I like blood magic as well. Blood magic's going to give us the ability. It's the same weapon that we had in that ninja video. It's going to give us the ability to have a chance to increase our max HP, which, as you can tell, Clank doesn't have a whole lot of. So if you can really start pumping that damage, and you get it early on in stage 1, it could scale up very nicely for you. All right, so we're going to kind of camp the nuke here and just see how long we can hold out before we got to pop it. I mean, mummies. Mummies aren't too bad. They're not as bad as scorpions. Got some elites here. There we go. Nuke it all. Let's see. Damage tome. I like having... I mean, damage tome is not bad. This is a big lifesteal upgrade. That's 16% additional lifesteal. I can't ignore that. Projectile count here, or just more lifesteal. I'm going to go for projectile count with the rocket. Base damage upgrade, 13 to 16. That's huge. Now we've already found our boss portal, so I'm not too motivated to just hang around there. We can definitely go exploring. We need to open up chests too, so we can increase our base luck chance as well. Get some HP regen there from the first aid kit. Ooh, there's a legendary vendor here. You can tell what type of vendor they are by the color of their hat, by the way. Big Bonk. Oh, Dragonfire is so good, too. Big Bonk is good if you have a lot of luck. We have 11% luck right now. I think I'm going to go Big Bonk. And yes, the Genie Lamp would also help out with the Big Bonk, but let's get Big Bonk done first. So now if you hear the bonk sound effect, like that right there, that's 20 times your damage. And if you get enough luck and you have enough attack speed, that could be huge against the in-game bosses. Thorns, size, and HP, these, I'm not really too impressed about that. I'd like to get attack speed, but I'm tired of skipping stuff, so I am gonna go for the damage tome. And the damage tome is not bad, it just gives you a global multiplier on your damage, and that can obviously be very good. And the bonks go off. You're seeing how slow we are. We're getting run down by these punk scorpions. The next swarm is coming up soon, so we've got to get more damage here, or more movement speed or something. Got to go fast. Power up behind us. Our damage is sort of there, but not quite. Silver gain, power up, drop chance, and evasion. Gonna go evasion. It's a small amount of evasion, but it's better than nothing. I don't really care about silver gain, to be honest. Pickup range, HP regen, max HP. Probably go for max HP. Credit card, hey, that's another one. So we get 4% luck now every time we open up a chest. And we gotta get ready for the next swarm here. Or not, no. Luck HP regen, crit damage. Gonna go crit damage. Gonna skip the luck upgrade for now because we definitely need some more crit damage. We're not scaling very well with our damage yet. Hearing the bonks going off. Hearing the bonkage. The greed portal here. Shrine of Suck over here as well. So the next swarm is going to be in 22 seconds, so we got to be ready for that. I think I'm going to hit the Shrine of Suck now to see if we can get some level ups before the swarm hits. Yeah, projectile count, damage as well. Base damage upgrade for blood magic is really good, but this is a large amount of projectiles that we get. Ooh, there's a magnet here as well. Projectile count, projectile count. This is global. Get all that XP pouring in here. Crit damage upgrade for the revolver. Here we go. Damage upgrade. The tome. That's a lot of lifesteal here. Projectile bounces 3 is huge. Lifesteal again. Let's go for crit chance on the revolver. Yeah, so picking up that Suck Shrine was absolutely necessary, and it's going to make us much more equipped to deal with this swarm. See what I'm talking about? They like to run underneath you, and that's what happens, man. That's what happens. That's pretty much 99% of my deaths on Clank, is I jump up to avoid one enemy, they swarm underneath me, and then there's just no getting away from it. And that can be frustrating, especially if you don't get the movement speed upgrades. I'm strongly considering just going movement speed on Clank, just to avoid that, but that nerfs his damage by so much by not taking the extra tomes and stuff, so... It's frustrating, but what can you do? Take beer here, 20% damage. And we definitely could have... I mean, we didn't get beaten there by lack of damage or anything. That was just literally the game throwing a bunch of stuff underneath us that we couldn't get away from. And that, I'm telling you, that is how... If anyone who watches my streams, you know that's how I die 90% of the time on Clank. Demonic Soul here is going to increase damage per kill. Screw it. I'll try movement speed on him. I'm tired of getting overrun. We'll see how badly this nerfs his damage. Movement speed again. Just go for it. Because he is such a glass cannon character, at least the way that I build him, it's pretty much necessary to have anything that you can get your hands on that's going to make you avoid damage is going to be good. And of course, the more movement speed you get, the more exploring you can do, which leads to more items, theoretically anyway. An attack speed buff there. And evasion. Not gonna hit the challenge of the mountain. Not until we get some damage upgrades here. So you're seeing all the projectile bounces, and that's what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, in a weird way, it's a little bit like AoE. Not quite true AoE, but it's good. I'm just gonna go damage. See if we can make up. See if that's enough to carry it for us getting the movement speed tome. See if that can offset that a little bit. Damage upgrade there, just 10%. Trying to suck over here. What I got hit by. I don't think there's a whole lot of XP laying on the ground. We get rocket again. I still like the rocket. I think it's an okay complementary weapon to Clank. It's not as good as Bananarang, but it's decent enough. We'll go damage here. Old skeleton, and we can kill him. I don't think we're going to. Oh, we got him. Very, very last shot. For damage. For the beer. So we can save this nuke for the swarm like we did in that first run. A 10% damage upgrade. Projectile count. We could go for bones too. That would give us a second, another way we can get another attack going. But I really, really want the Bananarang. I love the piercing aspect of it. Yeah, so it's towards the north. That's where the nuke is. Go movement speed here. Get Sand Golem instead of the Scorpion this time. You see the map's pretty clear, so we're doing our damage is definitely outscaling the enemies right now. So that's a good little indicator if you're on the right track or not. With all your stat upgrades and choices, and which we definitely are. 8% XP gain. I love getting plus XP gain. Faster you level, the better, the stronger you get, the faster you get. Beacon. It gives us that healing field whenever we charge a shrine fully. And that can be very clutch as well if you don't have any lifesteal like we don't currently. No shrine here. We'll go activate the shrine, show you what the beacon does before the swarm hits. The challenge shrine here too, which we get pop that before hitting the nuke, and I think that they get insta-gibbed by the nuke as well. Jump height, damage to elites. Go damage to elites. So there's the nuke. Here comes the swarm. Base damage increase for the rocket. I'm going to take that. Just kind of waiting, biding my time, let the swarm kind of populate around us before we go nuke them. There we go. Attack speed. We really want quantity. We can't compromise on quantity. We've already taken one tome that I don't really truly like. Bloody Tome is obviously very important as well. We could go Katana. Katana would be interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's try Katana. Not having lifesteal on Clank kind of scares me a little bit. Base damage. That's a big base damage upgrade for the Katana. Tactical glasses are great. Now, I think that if you get the stop time power up, I think that the timer should also stop. That's just me. That would make sense to me. The epic upgrade here, the Katana. Yeah, so we have a little bit of close quarter combat protection in case if something gets too close, it gets through our revolver shots and our rocket shots. More damage. But we're going to have to make a decision soon on whether or not we want the quantity tome or the lifesteal tome. There's the rest of that mummy swarm. So there's a rage buff over here. And nice, there's a magnet too. Good. Good. Projectile speed, projectile count here for the rocket. Base damage. Finally get a base damage upgrade for the revolver. Game's been real stingy with those lately. Yeah, so we're gonna have to banish one. We don't need thorns on Clank. Another base damage upgrade here. Gotta have it. Quantity tome, there we go. So I'm gonna go without having any lifesteal at all, which again is scary, but I'm hoping that we can at least outpace the game with our damage and convert that into survivability. It's like an Isaac, the more that the faster you can kill things, the less chance they have to damage you. Nice movement speed upgrade there. Attack speed upgrades, good. We're pretty much insta-giving these Giga Mummies here, which is, again, a good indicator of our damage being on pace. Stonks up there. Damage to elites is fine. Moldy cheese is fine. More moldy cheese gives us more stacks. They proc. XP gain for sure. Need to keep this pace up. We're kind of a little bit behind on levels, honestly. These aren't great, I guess, armor. Difficulty's not bad either. Attack speed, 100%. Okay, get this tumbleweed. Oh. Got to stop time there, which wouldn't be too bad in this spot. Like there's a suck shrine over there, that's good. So now we can just burn these guys down. You see the ricochets happening all over the place. Finally get a quantity tome upgrade. We could just up that projectile count a little bit more. We'd be able to pretty much attack without stopping. Projectile count 3. This is a huge base damage upgrade for the katana, though. All right, next boss is coming in. I'm going to pop one of the suck shrines just to give us some extra levels here before we get to the final boss of the stage. Projectile count this time around. Projectile count again. Base damage increase for the katana. The boss is already dead, by the way. That base damage upgrade here. Base damage upgrade for the revolver. HP upgrade, nice. And we're in a much more stable position here, except now I just realized that we don't know. I still think that we were on the last map. We don't know where the boss portal is, so we gotta get on that. 12% damage. This is global damage upgrade. Not gonna say no to that. Taking a quick gander to see if we can find anything. Gonna go for more projectile count here. Go for luck. We've got the movement speed tome. We don't really need to be buffing our movement speed anymore, to be honest. There we go. Nice. Boss Buster's huge. Go for jump height. These are kind of future-proof upgrades that we need for the final boss if we get there. But right now, there's the boss portal. Okay, we found it. A little bit concerned that we couldn't find it. Toxic Barrel. Release toxic waste upon taking damage, poisoning all nearby enemies. I don't know how strong that is, and I haven't tested it out on most characters because it is an epic item, so it's kind of hard to come by. More projectiles. Echo Shard's gonna give us increased chance to get an extra XP shard, which is always good. Go beat down the Nubus. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's pop this shrine before we need to get this boss here. Jump height, projectile speed. I'm gonna go for jump height. And we're absolutely roasting Anubis right now. That wasn't even close. His movement speed. There's a nuke anyway. Base damage upgrade here for the rocket. I don't know if that's a magnet or if this is a heart over here. Yeah, it's a heart. Base damage upgrade for the Katana. The Katana's starting to get pretty up there. Wish we could get that damage on a revolver, though. So you're seeing how we're constantly attacking right now with the rockets, and that's pretty much where you want to be on Clank. Always have damage going out in some form. You know, more damage. Hey, I'll take it. And we'll save this nuke for when the Dark Ones show up. Projectile bounce is huge. Going from 2 to 3 is massive. Here come the Dark Ones. Duke, and we'll grab some champion shards and we'll head on out. Not going to get too crazy with these. Oh man, look at all this. The smorgasbord of everything. XP gain, that's huge. We're absolutely roasting these elites right now, so it's good. This is good. If we can keep this pace up with our damage scaling, we're going to be just fine in this run. More damage. The sweet balance, though, is finding the right amount of damage, but also with the right amount of survivability. XP gain, 8% XP gain for the watch. And there's our boss portal there. Good. And a global projectile count. Crit damage, crit damage. We need to get our crit damage up for the revolver, but a base upgrade for, or not base, but a damage multiplier upgrade with the damage tome is fine as well, in my opinion. They're moving right now. And we know there's a suck shrine back from where we were, so I'm not too concerned with picking up all the XP shards right here. We can go pick those up in a little bit. Yeah, give me a second extra jump. The double jump's going to help out against the final boss if we get there. Jump height, attack speed's huge. Not too concerned with the shield buff right now. We're kind of safe thanks to our damage, and that's where you want to be. I didn't even see the mini boss challenges. More HP. An epic vendor. Credit card, gas mask. We have moldy cheese, so gas mask wouldn't be bad. 1232, that's a lot of gold we need. Damage tome. Sand golem. Nice. Magnet. Take that. Crit chance for the katana. Movement speed. Projectile. Let's go crit chance for the katana. Absolutely roasted. Attack speed. Love it. Projectile count 8. Crit damage also 112%. Need that for the revolver. Well, we need 1432, something like that, for the gas mask. Because we're always going to have something poisoned in terms of bosses, so getting a little bit of lifesteal and armor is going to be helpful. I do worry about our survivability in that second phase of the boss, though. Since we don't have any lifesteal, we don't have any HP regen, it's going to be total glass cannon. And how effective I can get those beacons down I'm gonna say I don't have that much confidence, but crazier things have happened, so who knows? Maybe we'll just plow over this run. I'm gonna let the katana kind of sing here as well. They got mummies falling out of the dang sky, dude. Ace damage upgrade for revolver. It's about time. Oh, we absolutely wrecked the swarm. No problem at all. Old skeleton in there. There we go. Big time quantity upgrade here. Let's go find that vendor. If we finally get some crit damage on the katana, I'm fine with that. Movement speed maybe would have been better there, but yeah, this was not the right vendor. He's over there. Yep, there we go. 1232. Plenty of money. Projectile speed. If you could just find a suck shrine, we'd be in business. The greed totem over here. Base damage increase for the katana. Level up Skelly over there. Yeah, damage to elites for sure. Projectile speed, projectile count, movement speed. We'll go movement speed a little bit more. There's the suck shrine right there, baby. Base damage upgrade. Don't even care what the other upgrades are. Moldy cheese is going to go well with gas mask. Projectile bounce is 4. Base damage upgrade for the rockets. This is pretty good for the katana. Ow. Ow. Crit yeah, we'll go crit chance here. Forgot about the cactus. Cacti. Yeah, it goes 10 projectiles. I'm hoping that we find a little bit of life leech from a shrine. Okay, we have a nuke here we can use for the swarm. If we need it. I guess Scorpion, we're definitely gonna need it. Base damage upgrade for the rocket, but I do want it to get 150% more damage of everything. Demonic Blade, nice. Crit chances. Crits have a 25% chance to heal us. That is massive for us. You see that we already have some overhealing courtesy of the gas mask. Projectile speed, base damage upgrade for Katana. Katana's doing some work here. Big time damage upgrade here for the katana. There we go. Just a little bit of lifesteal is all I asked for. Absolutely bodied the Scorpion. And Phantom Shroud, not great, but we'll take it. After evading, you get 2x damage for the next attack, which is not phenomenal. It's okay on Ninja, though. Base damage upgrade for the Revolver, absolutely need that. Let's go for Damage Tome. Damage... crit damage is gonna be nice. Yeah, more Damage Tome's good. Kind of hoovering up this XP since I don't see any suck shrines, unfortunately. We got to start going towards the boss portal now. The magnet. Crit damage. I think there's more global damage is fine. Yeah, more projectiles. We are a little bit behind on levels here. I like to be at level 60 before I go to the next zone. More attack speed's always great. Level up Skelly right there. Boom. Projectile speed, crit damage, movement speed, projectile count. It's a big movement speed upgrade. Crit damage for the katana. Here's a new bruh. That's the beam you don't want to get hit by. See how fast that damage ramps up as soon as Katana gets put into the picture. Another beacon. Go for damage here. Take a luck upgrade. Good chance. More global damage multiplier is fine by me. Definitely roasting harder than we were on that last run. But I still maintain that last run would have been better than this run. Projectile count on the revolver. Nice, got an extra chest here. Level 61, that's pretty much good. More HP is always a plus. And I'm not gonna push it here. I'm just gonna go. Not trying to push any kills right now. I wouldn't be doing that on Clank anyway. All right, so we only have 8 minutes to get strong here. And I will say that our damage is not where it needs to be right now. It's good, but it's not the best. We also have no crit, so I'm happy to have a little bit of extra crit there. Oh, it's not we have no crit. I mean, we've got, what, 81% crit? Crit damage is lacking, though. We only have 200% crit damage, which is not phenomenal. Or poison's fine. Poison doesn't really, to me anyway, it doesn't seem like it has that much of an impact on bosses. It doesn't tick fast enough. I do wish that the more stacks you had on a boss, the faster it ticked down. That would make poison probably overpowered. I guess extra jumps. Boss Buster, gotta have it. More damage. I don't know where the boss portal is yet. This does not look like it's over here. This is a bad place to be. There's nothing over here. A rage buff, perfect time for the boss. Shield, armor, max HP. Just gonna go max HP. Yeah, look at that damage when Katana kicks in. Absolutely roasted. More crits, fine. 13 on the projectiles is good. Base damage upgrade here for Katana. Only downside of the Katana is that Clank has to get very close to the target in order for it to hit. So if we want to utilize that against... maybe a little bit of HP regen. If we want to utilize that against the boss, we have to get close to him. That's worrying a little bit. XP gain. See if we can really try to finish off our levels here. Wild wacky jump. Need 2 shrines at once here. Take some regen. XP gain. Here comes the swarm. Good timing for that freeze time. Base damage upgrade here for the Katana. The freeze time could be huge here. HP regen, okay. Ooh, but man. Yeah, I guess I'll go crit. I mean, that's a big projectile gain for the Katana. We don't need any more crit, I feel like, with the Katana, but let's go quantity. That's going to help us out in all of our weapons. Not just the Katana. Get all this XP here. More luck, okay. Level up Skelly, got him. Crit damage for the Katana is fine. Need to find this boss portal here. Don't have a whole lot of time to dilly-dally. Would also love to find a suck shrine if possible, or a magnet or something. Armor. I don't know how much armor is going to help us at this stage, especially with this low HP, but you never know. Stonks there. We got a swarm. 10% crit damage. Need to get away from this cliffside here. Man. I'm gonna go for HP regen. I'm basically just running my butt off here. Trying to look for the boss portal as well at the same time, just running for my life. Did not see it. I think the katana kind of stay in range of the swarm as well. See any magnets? Yeah, it's a big magnet here. Base damage upgrade for the rocket. It's way lacking in damage right now. More damage. Base damage upgrade. No, base damage upgrade for the katana. Well, let's try to get the rocket balanced a little bit. Projectile count, speed. Just more projectiles. Damage tome. Yeah, that's a big jump for the projectiles. Big jump for damage too. Base damage upgrade here for rocket. Projectile balance is up to 5 is good. Although base damage upgrade for the katana is not terrible either. I'm gonna take that instead. Quantity. Projectiles here. We have another swarm coming. And starting to get a little worried that we haven't found the boss portal yet. It must be in some weird spot because I don't see it. This is gonna be brutal. Rage buff over here. There's the portal. Okay, so we found it. Now we can rest easy. More HP, nice. We needed that. Now there is no boss to fight to get the Suck Shrine, so we are going to have to go back and pick all this stuff up. Need more attack speed. Nice. Good time for a magnet. For damage. More quantity, though. Mobile damage is good. Phantom Shrouds, again, is kind of whatever. Go for more damage. So we can wait up until the very last minute and a half to go into the portal, just so we can really, pump up our XP and just try to get as strong as possible before going into the final boss, final encounter. Go for jump height. Spear's good. 20% damage increase, baby. Definitely will take that. Shield there, projectile speed, armor. More stonks. 21 seconds. We're still near the boss portal here. Okay. More damage multiplier from the damage tome. Ow. 24% damage, yo. Wish these cactuses would stop shooting me. Final swarm incoming. We just got stop time. Suck shrine right here. For damage. Damage. Base damage upgrade here for the rocket. More HP, nice. Definitely worth going back to get that. And I'm letting the katana kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Crit damage is good, but just more global damage multiplier is fine. Luck upgrade. Base damage upgrade for the katana. Ooh. We gotta go in the portal now. Attack speed. All right, go, 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 go. All right, here we go. We'll see if this run's gonna make it. I think not having the lifesteal is gonna be the big kicker, but we'll see. The Anubis, Judge Anubis is also, or Huge Anubis, whatever you want to call him, is he's tough. His kit is dangerous if you don't line of sight this beam, and if you get targeted by it, you're absolutely cooked. It's hard to out tank it. I've never beaten the desert boss, so maybe today will be the day. All right, so here's the first beacon phase. We got knocked out of it. And I got stuck on the beacon, and we got killed. Oh. Yep, that's exactly how we died to Ninja. I literally got completely stuck, and if you stop moving once in this game, you're done. So. Good run though. Still cannot beat the desert boss yet, but maybe on the next episode. And of course, if you want to see the next episode and you're enjoying this, make sure you click the like button. I would appreciate it. And if you're new here, if you found this through the YouTube recommended tab or however you got here, then subscribe. I would appreciate it. It supports the channel, of course. And thank you, everybody, for all the support on the Mega Bonk series. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody.